Hello, everybody. Philosophy and process of applied business research. This is the premises on which this video will be based upon it. Again, replying upon it, philosophy, process, and applied business research. What we will be talking around. Exactly speaking, we should first try to determine what is the premises of a research. What exactly is research? Now, research means redefining, redoing, or searching again. Absolutely. Exploring again. Research. It's basically we wanted to broaden our knowledge. And how do we do about broadening our knowledge? Probably following certain logical system, logical established fact. Based upon it, we would try to experiment, extend, and probably stimulate so that certain reactions come, certain responses come. And that is what research is all about. It is the search of knowledge through an in systematic investigation. So as I've already said, it's logical. The characteristics of research would be logical, empirical, systematic, reductive, and replicable. That means what? Replicable is if I come out with an outcomes through a specific process, specific stimulation, specific environment, similar things, similar outcomes will be predicted or will be there in case we change any of the factors, parameters with due knowledge that we have changed that factors, so there would be a similar change in other outputs, parameters of output. So it is replicable and it is reductive. Now, this was what I have explained to you is all about reductive. All about replicable is if we have an outcome in a particular environment, and let's say there is a time gap, and after a phases of time, after a passage of time, you can again come out with a similar outcome, given the fact that similar environment was there when we were considering an experiment. So that is what research is all about. It is systematic, it is logical, it is empirical. Empirical is always numerical in outcomes. You are able to predict with fair degree of certainty. The probability will be around 95% and above. Reductive, as I have already said to you, if you remove any factors, will that impact that outcome? Definitely yes. So that factors, implications, outcome need to be measured and probably can be predicted beforehand. Replicable, if similar things are happening, probably in a different area, different location, different time zone, similar outcome would be coming up. So types of research, there are simple, pure and applied research, absolutely pure and applied research. And then we have an exploratory or formulative research, as in we are trying to experiment, as in we're trying to come up with a new knowledge. Let's say exploratory research has been done in medical sciences, it has been done in outer spaces. Descriptive research, as what we are seeing, what we are implicating, what we are understanding through a mass reviews and probably input. So descriptive research. So there would be an individual opinion, but as a group, as a mass, as a population, the opinion might differ a little bit or comparatively in a different source. This is what descriptive research would be all about. It diagnostic research is all about causes and effect. Evaluation studies, as in why a particular outcome came, because of which factors, because of which input, because of which parameters that was skewed. Action research is definitely yes, we try to predict the outcome, but we try to predict the outcome, but only before the experiment has been conducted. So, and then we need to understand what was the expected outcome and what was the actual outcome. Experimental research, analytical studies or statistical method of coming up with a fair degree of an accuracy, historical research, what has been done previously can be extrapolated, extended, surveys and case study. These are the various types of research. So basically speaking, pure and applied research, it's basically pure research would be only in search of knowledge. Applied would be likely solution to a problem based upon different parameters and going about out there. Purpose of pure and applied research, the pure research can contribute to new facts, new figures. It can put a theory to test. It may aid in conceptual clarification. It may integrate previously existing theories. Applied, it offers solutions to many practical problems. To find the critical factors in a practical problem, as the case might be, exploratory research, or should I say formulative research, is nothing but preliminary studies of unfamiliar issues, unfamiliar environment, unfamiliar problems through which a person has absolutely no idea what is there at all about it. So we are trying to formulate an outcome or explore a possible situation. Purpose to generate new ideas, to increase researchers' familiarity with the problem, to make a precise formulation of the problem, to gather information for clarifying concepts, to determine whether it is feasible to attempt the study in the first place. And that is what we should all try to go around with it. Descriptive research. It's nothing but a fact finding investigation with adequate interpretation. Did I say about an individual opinion? Individual opinion you take, you will have a different outcome. When you take a group opinion, you will have a different outcome. When you take a sample opinion of a population, you will have a different outcome. So you are basically increasing the population size of your research. So that is what descriptive study would be going around it. It's one of the simplest type of research. It is designed to gather descriptive information, provides information for formulating most sophisticated study. Data are collected using observation, using interviews, using questionnaires, be it offline or online. Purpose, basically, we are trying to focus on a point, on a particular issue. It can highlight important methodological aspect of data collection, data interpretation. It obtained in a research may be useful for prediction about areas of social life outside the boundaries of research. Descriptive studies are valuable in providing facts needing for planning social action program. This is what is very important. Diagnostic research is basically directed towards discovering why a particular thing is happening, the cause and effect, and what can be done about those outcomes, those issues. It aims at identifying the causes of the problem, as I have said to you, and probably the possible outcomes towards it. Purpose is simply to be concerned with discovering and testing whether certain variables are associated. To determine the frequency with which something occurs or with which it is associated with something else, perhaps. Evaluation studies. It is one type of applied research. It is made for assessing effectiveness of social or economic programs implemented or for assessing the impact of development project areas. The determination of the result attained by some activity designed to accomplish some valued goals, perhaps objectives. The purpose is to understand the quality and the quantity of the activity that we are performing, how well it is impacting. Does it have certain beneficial or otherwise implication? We need to understand them. We need to quantify the conditions that is required for its success. We need to understand various characteristics of the success of an experiment or perhaps the research. Action research, researcher attempts to study action, probably yes, let's say eradication of malaria, let's say maritime navigations. Action research is a reflective process of progressive problem solving, led by individuals working with others, in teams, or perhaps in a part of a community to improve the way that they address an issue. Probably they seek a solution. That is what action research is all about. It is the study of action of anything that you have taken as a part of a group, community, team. Purpose is a baseline survey for pre-action situation, a feasibility study of the proposed action program, planning and launching the program, concurrent evaluation of the program, making modification, changes in the program. Experimental research is commonly used in science such as sociology, psychology, physics, chemistry, biology, and of course, pharmacy and medicines. It is systematic and definitely scientific approach When I say scientific approach, logical approach. When I say scientific approach, it the outcome has to be empirical in nature, in which a researcher probably tinkles with one of the variables or more than one variables to control, understand what changes does it brings about in other variable. Perhaps the purpose is to able to predict a phenomena, the situation, why it is we going around it, to maintain control over all factors, a blueprint of procedure that enables a researcher to test his or her hypothesis. Analytical study is a system of procedures and techniques for analysis applied to quantitative data, is what we are looking for it. A system of mathematical models or statistical technique applicable to the numerical data as a as it been said, example is scientometrics. That is what analytical data is all about. It. We are right now in the midst of data explosions. We have data for in and around for anything and everything that we talk about it. We are trying to analyze data to come to a proper solution, a proper prediction, a proper decision making capability. It aims at testing hypotheses, probably understanding a cause and effect relationship, try to understand how big the impact or how minuscule the impact might be. It concentrates on analyzing data in depth, examining relationship from various angles by bringing in as many relevant variables as possible. In the analysis plan, historical researches is nothing but the systematic collection, evaluation of data related to past occurrence in order to describe causes, effects, trends of those events that may help explain present events and anticipate future events. Data is often archival, including newspaper clippings, photographs, and probably may include interviews too. Purpose is to draw explanation. Purpose is to understand or probably generalize the trends in order to understand the present and probably anticipate for the future. It enables us to grasp a relationship with the past and to plan intelligent for the future. The past contains the keys to the present, and the past and the present is what is going to influence the future, perhaps. It helps us in visualizing the society as a dynamic organism, and its structures and functions are evolving, ever changing on a day to day basis. Believe me or not, innovations have made our life so easy and at the same time so difficult, because you are to deal with technological changes every day on a daily basis. Look at the gadgets that has come around you, the gadgets that you probably are utilizing it. They have versions which have been released on a every month, quarter, probably annual basis, as the case might be. So yes, we are steadily growing. Yes, we are changing. Yes, we are in the middle of transformation. Survey research is the most important areas of measurement in applied social research. Remember, the word is social research, as the case might be. The broad area of survey research encompasses and measurement procedure that involve asking questions of respondent. Now that is what we are trying to figure it out. We are collecting data from individuals. A survey can be anything, which can be short paper and pencil feedback, to an intensive one-to-one depth interview, to even an online feedback. Perhaps the survey, the purpose is always to have data collection at the spot in the natural setting environment, to seek responses directly from the actors in the middle of the action. It can cover extremely large population. A survey may involve extensive study or intensive study. A survey covers a definitive geographical areas, perhaps a district, perhaps a city, perhaps a state, perhaps a country, perhaps a continent, and you name it, we can have it. A case study is a research methodology commonly, very commonly used in management science, social science. It is based on an in-depth investigation of a single individual, groups, or even to explore the causation in order to find underlying principle. The purpose is to have limited number of variables. Purpose is to have a case study method involving in-depth longitudinal examination of a single instances or event. It provides a systematic way of looking at event, collecting data, analyzing information, and reporting results. Field research has traditionally been thought as a different from method of research conducted in the laboratory. Why? Because all the researches might not be conducted in the laboratory. Field work is to be done. We have to move around in the academic setting, move around beyond the academic setting. The purpose is the advantages of field research are that the people are closer to the real life, real world condition. Design the research is the best way to discover a particular information that is required. The term research design means drawing from research. I have already said it. Exploring again, finding again, searching again, redoing it, rehashing it, representing it. It is always a repetition of what we have done it and time and again. It's a systematic planning of conducting research that aims to achieve the goal of the research. So, by definition, as the arrangement of conditions for collection and analysis of data in a manner that aims to combine the relevance of research purpose with economy by procedure. This is what's been stated by Jahodia. A master plan specifying the methods and procedures for collecting, analyzing the needed information. Again, stated by Zygmunt. I've just given you a definition from two of the leading authors as to what exactly is research all about it. So let me wind it up by stating the needs and purpose of the research. It helps in smooth sailing of the research process. It saves money. It saves manpower. It saves material. It helps the researcher from advanced planning and avoid duplication. It helps in modifying the researches if there are any difficulties. You can understand, figure it out, and in short, it gives reality to research. With this, I come to an end of this particular presentation on the basics of applied business research, perhaps for you to understand. Thank you for watching this video till the very end.